Hi guys, today we are solving one of the most important sliding window problem for interview. The longest substring without repeating character. And this problem is extremely important because it teaches sliding window plus has set together. This pattern appears everywhere in the FANG interviews. Let's understand the problem. We have given an string S and string S. We need to find the length of the longest string substring that contains no repeating character, no duplicate character. Important word is this substring. Substring means continuous characters. Okay, means A B C B C A, continuous, not a random character. For example, A B C is a substring of this, and not B A C B is not continuous, right? Because the character are not continuous. Let's consider this example here. The longest substring without repeating character is ACB in this case. So the length will be 3. The output we need to return is 3. The another value string will be BCA and CBA. See, these three output are continuous: ABC, BCA, CAB. So these three also a valid answer. So out of this, the max will be a 3. The length is 3. So we will return 3 in this substring. How must we think first? Whenever we hear the longest term or check every substring, the first instance is brute force. That completely okay in interview. In brute force approach, how we are generating all strings, we will start from every index, then we expand forward. For each substring, check if character repeat. For example, let's start with A comma B, A B C, and A B C A. See, in A last A B C, A is repeating. The last index and the first index is repeating. So then we start with the B. So B, BC, BCA, BCAB. Then see, the B is repeating at B, C, A, B. B is repeating. So then we move forward. Like that, we need to continue and find all the substring. Here the question is how we can avoid the duplicates in this brute force approach. We can use hash set. In the hash set, we stores only the unique value only. If the character already exists in the set, that means the duplicate form. So we can skip the duplicate. In total, in this brute force approach, the complexity will be total substring is n square. To find the total all the substring, we need big of n square, and to check the duplicate, it can take O of n. So the total complexity will become big of n square, which is very expensive, right? If the string contains 3, it will take 3 cube times. If it is the long string, that it might take very expensive amount of time, right? So here what we can do better, here we introduce the sliding window pattern. Here how we can recognize this sliding window pattern: if we have given longest, smallest, or continuous, or substring, or subarray in these keywords, these are very these words give us the hint that we need to use the sliding window. This is the biggest signal that you will get while solving these kind of problems. Core idea is, instead of generating all substring again and again, what if we maintain one valid window and dynamically expand or shrink it? Means, let's visualize it. imagine the two pointers, left and right at A. Then we represent our current window. Example, here the left will be 0 and right will be 0. The window size will be A, right? No duplicate found, so good, all right. And then we expand, right? From the right side we will expand, so the window size become A and B. Still it is valid, right? There is no duplicate. It's a valid substring. Then we will again expand, it will become ABC, still valid. Next, when we again expand it, ABC, it is a duplicate, right? A is repeating again here and here, the A is repeating. What if what we need to do when duplicate comes, window becomes, we need to shrink the window, right? Means basically we are fixing the window size. Important sliding window logic is, this is the most important part. When duplicate appears, we don't reset anything. Instead we shrink it from the left side until the window become valid again. So see, if it is left, it is right, we are expanding on every iteration. So when we get the duplicate A and A, then we will shrink this left to B. So the window size become BCA now. Okay, and this is valid again, right? There is no duplicate and it is continuous. Let's go step by step. Now we got a valid window. Again we start expanding. As we are at the BCA, right? Then we move to next window, BCAB. Then we got B again, right? In the set we already got B, so it is duplicate. So what we need to do, from the left side we need to eliminate this B. Then we increase our shrink our window size, so it will become CBA, right? Like that we need to iterate over every string. Use pen and paper to do this approach, you will understand even more better. Why this is powerful? Every character enters the window once and leave once, right? That's why total operations are linear. This is the magic of the sliding window. Now let's understand the code. Here we create a hash set. This stores the current window characters in the window. As we mentioned, this will be a window, A, B, ABC. These are the window, right? That we stores in the current iteration. We will store that characters in this set. Okay. Then we will initialize the left pointer and we will initialize the max length. We need to return this max length, right? So we are initializing this one. Next, left pointer represents start of the current window and the max stores the final answers. And right pointer loop, right pointer expands the window. We are keeping this left at same position, right? When we are increasing shrinking this left window when we found the duplicate, so it will be at the same place until it got the duplicate, right? The only thing that we are expanding every time is the right side. Then we check for the duplicate in this set. We'll check for every iteration, does this character is contains in the set, does this character contains in the set, does this character contain in the set. If we found that this character is in the set, what we are doing, we are just removing it from the set, means basically, and incrementing the left. As I mentioned earlier, if we found A, if it is A is here and we found it in the set, right? So we will decrease the remove it from the set and increment the left pointer to B. Okay, this part I guess you have understand. Add, if we don't found anything in the set, what we can do is we will add that in the set. In the initial iteration, a will be not in the set, right? So we will add it in the a will be added to the set, b will be added to the set, c will be added to the set. When we are adding this a, then we are checking here, we are checking, right? We found that this a is already contained, so what we are doing is we are removing this a, this first a, already contained a, and we are incrementing to the left. This is how we iterate. And in after this we are updating the length, right? Why we are doing this? To get the maximum longest substring, right, of in this character. So we are using this math.max, this max length that we are updating here, and right minus left plus 1. Basically, if you are at, see this will, if you are at b and left will be at your b and right will be at your a, means right minus left means 0 1 2 3, 3 minus 1 plus 1, 3 minus 1 means 2 plus 1 3. See, the total length is 3, right? b c a, that we need to store it in the max length. Like this we need to string and expand the whole string and get the maximum length, and in the end we need to return this. Now what will be the time complexity of this one? Each character add once and remove once, right? We will add this or we will remove this, so it will take of n times, and space complexity will be big of k, is k where the k is a unique character. The important interview pattern is, when should sliding window come in the mind? The keywords are, as I mentioned earlier, longest substring, shortest substring, continuous sequence, subarrays, window condition. These are the huge hints. And some of the common interview mistake, if I want to share, is resetting the entire window. We cannot reset it, right? We need to persist in the set, so we are using this set, right? And we don't. And the second one is that we use the nested loop, for loop, again for loop. And other is confusing this substring with the subsequence. These are the common confusing things, mistakes that we can do. And yeah, finally, this problem is not about strings, it's about learning the size, sliding window mindset, expanding when valid and shrinking when it is invalid. That's the core pattern that you need to take away from this video or the problem. Yeah, if this explanation helped you, you can check out my other videos. Thank you.